Sliced Bread.
And welcome to the Slice Bread Podcast, where we give you a daily slice of life. I am your host, Gary. And in today's episode, we have on the panel Lenny,
Your local boy.
lovely. We got Chris,
I'm Mr. Chris with the cuts.
lovely. And we got last and certainly not least, Bob.
Not the builder. We don't build things up, we break them down.
And today, we're going to break down and break bread today's episode. All right, gents, let's take a stroll down memory lane. I'm talking about those young days, those days when we just sat down on the TV and watched our favorite cartoons as a kid. So I want to start off, Mr. Katz. What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Thank you, Mr. Gary. I had many favorite cartoons growing up, chilling on a Saturday morning, turning on that television, weekend times. Used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network and a lot of Looney Tunes stuff. And yeah.
But which cartoon was your favorite? That's the thing.
Oh no, I had many. I mean, there was Pinky and the Brain. When you watch some Looney Tunes, you got Tom and Jerry. You got Meet Me. I don't even know the name of that show.
Roadrunner.
You got your
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
Bravo. All those shows. Speed Racer even. And I even used to like Braceface.
Oh, so it's complicated, you say.
Very, very complicated.
Lovely. And Mr. Bob, you have any favorites of yourself?
There are many, but I'm gonna go and represent the ladies with the Powerpuff Girls.
Oof.
We out here. All right.
Nice.
Sugar, spice, everything's nice on Bob's side. All right.
I like the confidence in that. Like, not even shy
Of
about
course,
watching
no.
Powerpuff.
You know, it's a little bit of magic and energy.
So since you like represent the ladies, did you also watch Totally Spies?
Of course, how could you not? That's where the magic lies. You guys must know this. Every real guy knows that was the fire cartoon.
Yeah.
Undercover, yeah, undercover. And Lenny, yourself?
Oh, man, I was a Dexter boy. Dexter, Johnny
Dee Dee.
Bravo. Yeah, Didi. Hated Didi, yeah? Didi, a famous line. Ooh, what does this button do? And he messes up Dexter's whole operation.
It was so irritating.
Yeah, and then Looney Tunes and also Wacky Races. Loved Wacky Races. I don't know if you guys remember Dick Dastardly, the bad guy in the show, and then his dog Muttley always had that little laugh that he
The
did.
laugh, yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's-
The dog always sabotaged him though.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't loyal to him at all. That dog was just like in for the fun.
That was a toxic relationship with him too.
Yeah.
So it's like Tom and Jerry.
But yeah, but they stuck together, you know? They stuck together. And then obviously Penelope Pitstop was like the first woman I ever fell in love with.
Whoa, no.
Yeah. I mean, don't tell Kelly that,
Yeah,
but
no, sorry, Kelly.
Lovely, guys. I just want to know from you guys, has cartoons changed your perspective on life? I know when I was younger, I went to Streets of Heaven and I was looking for Jawbreakers because of Eddie and Eddie.
Oh.
Because actually, I forgot to mention that Eddie and Eddie is one of my favorite cartoons, but I was looking for a Jawbreaker because of Eddie and Eddie, and I was just like, is that how small the Jawbreaker is? Because I'm looking for that one that's like chilling in your jaw.
yeah, like stretches out your cheek and whatnot.
Exactly. So have you guys had any cartoon experiences like that?
And that was heartbreaking for me. Realizing that jaw breakers are like what's like a thumb size, or just bigger than a thumb. One thing that I learned growing up, in cartoons when they've got those moments where someone gets hurt or they fall from a building, they just literally fall flat. They flat on the ground. So I grew up thinking that people don't ever actually get hurt. So I remember once at my house, my brother and I were climbing the boundary wall, and I pushed him off, and I totally expected him
Wow.
Wow. Excellent confession.
to be. I expected him to be flattened, because people in cartoons, they don't die. And yeah, well, my brother didn't die, but yeah, he got hurt.
Thank you for that disclaimer.
But was this after you watched the cartoon
Yeah, it was
of that
like-
scene, so you decided to do that?
The exact same
Yo.
day, decided to do it, and then he just got hurt. He wasn't flattened, and yeah,
But yeah, I feel that cartoons are so over the top, image-wise, that I don't know, kids it's just there to like tickle your senses and kind of get your attention, man. Because I don't know if you notice, like when a child can be like, when you were younger, you can be like so hyperactive, and the moment you watch a cartoon, then all of a sudden you engaged.
I suppose that's like the crack cocaine for kids. But no, I would say I would have tried to make a fire underneath water like SpongeBob, just to realize the fire
Right.
won't. Yeah, no, I would say that's what I learned. Physics,
Yeah.
the matters of the world, thanks to cartoons.
why can't I talk underwater and all those things.
You know what I
SpongeBob.
never understood is how Sandy had a like a dome, it's a little
A
grass.
squirrel underwater,
Yeah.
man.
That made no sense for me. Dude.
That's how they evolved into dams. You know, what's the things that build dams?
What are they
Beavers.
called?
Beavers.
Beavers. There
That's how
we go.
squirrels evolved into beavers. SpongeBob.
Yo, speaking about these memories, bringing up so many times, guys, that when you guys started growing up, did you guys still stay loyal to your cartoons though?
That's a great question, honestly. I used to watch Emperor's, what's it, Cusco?
Cusco, yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh, Disney Channel.
Disney Channel. I don't watch it anymore, so I can't say I'm loyal. I used to be a fairly odd parent boy. Now, you won't catch me watching none of these things, man. You had to grow up.
But if you came across like the Emperor's New School,
Oh yes, the Emperor's New.
Yeah.
But I'll watch it one more time just to see if Kronk is still doing Kronk.
if you're still pulling the lever,
Yes, whatever her name was, I can't remember her
Is
name.
it Yzma or something
Isma.
like that? Is that? Yeah, there we
I
go.
like that you all know my memory better. than me.
I know for myself, when I started watching the new series of Rugrats called All Grown Up, and I followed that like from I think some high school all the way to matric at least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was all grown up with them actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's more loyal than I guess we were with ours.
And I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed seeing how Tommy and the gang all grew up together, man.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting. And Mr. Katz, do you have any loyalties to your cartoons?
I wouldn't say that I'm loyal, no. But like when I was asking Mr. Bob about would he watch it, I would say that I would still watch many things because a lot of the stuff we're talking about on Cartoon Network, for example, it still comes on, like your Johnny Bravo's, SpongeBob, and I mean I would watch it if I find myself there. But yeah, no loyalty really.
Maybe the Looney Tunes I'd rewatch, or
Yeah.
like if there's like Bugs Bunny, like it's Bugs Bunny, man. You know, same story, different vibe.
Yeah.
Little rabbit.
I'm gonna give Chris some hot baking news. Johnny Bravo's not on circuit anymore.
Isn't it?
No,
Oh, wow, yo.
He's cancelled.
I didn't know that.
It's not. And then there's my answer. I haven't been loyal because a lot of those things that we grew up watching, Dexter, Johnny Bravo, Jetsons, Flintstones, those things, they're no longer on the circuit. So maybe if they were still on, I'd probably, go back and watch a couple episodes.
Wait, isn't it on that Boomerang channel? That's
Possibly
I think Flintstones is still on there.
Flintstones, possibly, but I doubt it. But the others are definitely all off circuit. Dexter, Johnny, they are,
The OG Cartoon Network.
they are gone.
I know Scooby Doo still on. It still shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Scooby Doo and what else, Looney Tunes and so forth. Like I watched still Hey Arnold. Just
Hey, football.
yeah,
Football head.
football until this day.
But that was what channel? It was like Nickelodeon type.
Yeah, that's Nickelodeon. That's
Yeah.
classic Nickelodeon.
They had-
Yeah, but Nickelodeon had some weird cartoons. Cat, dog. Never made
yeah,
it.
sure. Jimmy Neutron was great.
Yes.
That was like an animation version of it, actually. It was not that bad.
But if you think about it, Cartoon Network, the channel, it's not necessarily meant for kids. It's just a cartoon channel. I don't think they specifically have it just for kids though, because there's a lot of Cartoon Network shows that you can still watch now that a lot of grown-ups watch. Stuff like a regular show.
That's completely true.
Speaking about that regular show, have you guys actually watched the new cartoons of today? Have you ever, like,
Well, that yeah.
Look, man, other than Ben 10, you can't ask me, bro. I only know Ben 10. You know why? Because the storyline makes sense to me from what I used to watch.
Okay.
As that once he switched character, face turns heel. You gotta catch me with the wrestling, man. I love it. I love it when evil Ben comes out, man. That's cool. That's what I like. And then I followed it for a bit and then fell out of interest.
And Mr. Lenny?
Yeah, no, I don't think. No, I
He was gonna say something
no,
and then he completely went against himself.
no. I've got younger cousins, so like I'm forced to watch the kids channels now and then. But one thing they absolutely love is Teen Titan Go.
You love it?
Love it.
No,
Hey.
they love it.
Oh, good.
That show is awful. It's not.
Hater.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not funny. It's supposed to be like the Titans from the DC comics. They're waiting to be called up to the the major leagues, the Justice League, and they just like passing by time and catching on all this random nonsense. But it's not funny. It's cartoons. They are always over the top. But this thing is just Yeah, it doesn't capture.
Yeah, but
one
what
at
is
all.
comedy though?
No, but it's interesting that he says it's not funny because I think the older you get, the more you actually laugh at cartoons. Like kids don't really laugh a lot at cartoons. I think.
That's very interesting because I want to know how subjective this is.
Yeah.
Because to a kid, what is funny?
Well, I would suppose it's like people.
Because to
getting
me,
hurt.
as an adult, I want a punchline. Or like
Yeah,
there's something
yeah.
that I know. Like let's say the content of the episode is what's funny. Like I was watching Powerpuff Girls and there was an episode where they literally made references to every song the Beatles ever did with Hey Jude.
Yeah.
All these sort of things are pointed within the episode. I find that funny because I know what they're referencing. But what would a kid find it funny?
True.
Not
Yeah, but-
necessarily.
But what
Yeah.
channel did Powerpuff? What channel has come on Cartoon Network?
Yeah, I think so.
Back to my point that Cartoon Network doesn't make cartoons exclusively for kids. It's just cartoons for anyone who wants to watch cartoons.
It makes a lot of sense because the kid wouldn't be laughing at that because they don't get it.
yeah.
They wouldn't
Yeah.
know. So maybe there is a punchline that they don't laugh at, but being an adult, you catch on. So therefore, it's funny.
So what is cartoon style comedy is the better question. Is
That's
it because
like
it's so over the top?
It's over the top,
I
yeah.
think so, yeah.
Slapstick
Over the top,
humor
right.
type of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the more ridiculous, the more funny for kids anyway. But
Yeah,
for-
because kids find people getting hurt funny.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So,
like, someone falls and it's like you laugh, yeah.
like every time Johnny Bravo gets rejected, it's funny to the society.
but
it
you
reflects
see-
life.
But that's real life. That's real drama.
he was, you were showing us that life is harsh.
And that's what I was going to say. Don't cartoons reflect life a little? Because I remember Recess, and there was always that snitch.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the snitch?
Oh,
And
yes.
it reflected real life. There's always snitches. Snitches get stitches. Jokes, guys.
Yo, I love this, guys.
But if you look at, for example, I mean, this wasn't on the kid shows, but when Shrek came out,
Yeah.
there was a lot of adult humor in there.
Oh, we know. We
That
know.
the kids.
and references and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I only caught on later on after watching that when I got a bit older and realizing, wow, there's a lot of these jokes actually not for kids.
Yeah.
That's that Eddie Murphy.
Like one line from Shrek I always take to life is, "You all layers, we all layers."
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
Where's the gingerbread man?
But back
Yeah.
to your question, Bob, is that I think with kids it's more visual
Yeah.
attracts them,
Yeah, yeah.
their senses, to laugh at something.
How traumatizing was that? You remember what was the biscuit man's name?
The
Gingerbread man.
They called him Gingy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they broke his legs, and now they're playing with his legs in front of him. That's quite traumatizing. It's
Yeah.
not
Do you know the Muffin Man?
the one who lives in Drury Lane.
So let's wrap things up, guys. Talking about all these cartoons, right? I just want to know from you, did you take any life lessons from your cartoons that you learned, like you watched? Because I know for myself, I took a lot of life lessons from Hey Arnold. Taught me about obviously diversity. Taught me about how you can be a child going out with your parents, and obviously you go with your grandparents. And it was a very much like deep show if I think about it. So I want to start off with Mr. Lenny. Any like cartoons that really influenced you as a child?
That is quite deep. I forgot how deep Hey Arnold was.
It was.
And again, you only realize it the older you get. I gotta say, bring up Wacky Races again.
Well,
and it's not
Penelope.
because of Penelope.
Oh,
I mean, it could be, but whatever.
oh, Lenny the lover boy from our house.
Mr. Lenny Lover.
No, but I learned so much from Dick Dastardly because he knew his game. His game was cheating, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was his game.
Eddie Guerrero.
And no matter what happened, he lost every single race, but he never stopped cheating. And I mean, it's not a good life lesson. You should stop cheating. But he persevered in his cheating, It never stopped him. He lost every race, but still he stuck to his guns and he persevered and he pushed through it. So I would say that taught me perseverance, not to cheat, but at least it taught me perseverance.
Look, it's only cheating when you get caught.
Okay, Eddie, calm down.
And Mr. Katz.
I would just refer to a show that actually was quite profound, was Recess. We mentioned it. I think Recess taught me a lot about how to conduct yourself in a clique.
Yeah.
And how everyone can be different, but how everyone can still work together. And then like you brought up the snitch.
Yeah,
I mean,
the snitch.
that just shows the different dynamics.
Bob, what about you?
I'm going to go classic. I'm going to go Kim Possible.
Classic.
What about Kim Possible? There's one life lesson, ladies and gentlemen, that you will learn in Kim Possible. You can't break out the friend zone. Ron did it. He had a weasel by
Yes.
his side, but he did it nonetheless. You push and it will eventually occur. So don't give up, fellas. There's a chance. Ron did it. You can do it.
Yup, what a monologue. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in today's episode. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Slice Bread podcast. And make sure that you join us next time for another Slice of Life.